WEFUNK. We funk.
And I guess really honestly, speaking of a really old man and someone named Kamala, we do kind of like in our Coronaville news, but we're going to take a second here and do a little political news in honor of our political expert, Secret Agent Ronnie.
This is Ronnie, the Geeked Up podcast's political pundit.
There he is, our political pundit there.
Thanks, Ronnie. But I guess it's just worth mentioning on the show because it is kind of news that's going on in Corona time. But Joe Biden, as many predicted, just announced that Kamala Harris is going to be his vice president running mate.
Giving birth to the hilarious meme about the wrestler.
Yes. So I don't know. I guess we'll just kind of. It's been a while since we've dived into the politics world.
Yeah, we won't get too much into it, but pretty big news, especially with a real big election coming up in November. And honestly, kind of something we were talking about off air, but it was just that really up to this point, kind of because of Coronaville, despite Trump being at like a fever pitch of, people's of disapproval of him in some camps or whatnot. The whole, election as a whole, I mean, we're less than 3 months away. We're less than 100 days out, and it does not feel like there has been any buzz. By now, there would have been, the whole convention, that usually would have been announced at a convention, and there would be a lot of momentum and buzz rallying support to hopefully get Trump the hell out of office.
It would be everywhere right now. There would be Trump campaigns everywhere. I guess he is actually going out campaigning. But you're right. Like every time you would turn on the TV right now, that's all you would see. Is
So for such an important election and for election that has so much passion on both sides, but especially on the more side that would be, but especially on the side that would be real excited for Kamala Harris, there's just a lack of like buzz and energy around Joe Biden, around the election,
sure.
The Democratic.
It's the same bullshit of just like no one's really excited. Like everyone's vote is really, and I guess you guys kind of know, but if you ever listen to this show where Liam and I lean on this, but like everyone, of course, I'm going to vote for Biden. Liam, I'm assuming, is just because, anything to get old Trumpster out of office. But dude, I can honestly say, and even me myself, who is from Delaware and was in a goddamn commercial with the guy, I've never met anybody who was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I'm like a diehard Biden fan. Like, love Joe Biden, want him to be president. Like, everyone's
for
like,
sure.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, I guess.
No, for sure. I mean, he's very just vanilla and whatnot, I guess, in general. But even kind of like more importantly, I haven't even seen him in the last couple of months. Like, he's not out there. We're less than 100 days from election. He's not creating buzz. He's not out there giving speeches. He's not out there rallying support. And I think that the election, people will be it's a very scary proposition, like me and Devin said, who want the Trumpster out, obviously. But if you think the election is just going to be won by people that hate Trump, it's a dangerous proposition. You need to get these people that are 50-50 engaged to vote for the other person. You know what I mean? Like, you need to convert. There are a lot of people that are totally anti-Trump and are given to vote for whoever runs against them. Mm-hmm. But there are people that could be won over during this time, people that might have voted for Trump last year that maybe just don't vote this year. That even if they don't vote, that could have turned in for Biden or for the Democratic, person. But
it's so much stuff, man. It's just that, like, even with the whole coronavirus thing, you would at least be like, all right, well, this is not going to work in his favor because he's definitely handled this thing very wrong. He has been wearing masks. He has been making people shut down. He was calling it the flu before anything. Yeah. And then, like, you listen to, like, I personally, like, will listen to a lot of his voters, and they'll just be like, he just plays them so well. They're like, well, this coronavirus thing is fake, you sheep. Look at you with your mask on. It's fucking mind-blowing.
I mean, Devin, like we said, Devin's from Southwest Florida, so he's got his finger on the pulse of a lot of more Florida opinions than I do. But, you're right. There's definitely, it's become a political issue. There's obviously, didn't one of the sheriff in Florida just ban masks? There's literally an era in Florida where somebody banned wearing masks, I guess, because, like, your face is concealed, so the sheriff thought it was not safe. So there's literally no masks allowed in this one place in Florida.
That's the newest one that I've seen, too. and this one cracks me up, and I guess kind of goes in with the Florida people and like all their conspiracies about. Look, everyone knows that Epstein ran like a crazy, disgusting island, but like there's this fake list now of like all of the people that have been there. Spoiler alert!
Like all these Tim Robbins and Susan Sarandons
for some reason. Yeah. But one of the things I saw was just like, look, if you're making kids wear masks, you're helping them get kidnapped and like abused because you can't see their scared faces behind their mask. And I was just like, what's going on?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a good that's a stretch. I gotta be honest.
And that's
I love
I've
a nutty.
seen, like,
I've smoked enough weed to jump
times.
on any conspiracy theory. That's a stretch. That's a stretch.
Yeah. Dude, I've said that before. As someone that like, I'm pretty like don't believe in 99% of conspiracy theories. But damn it, if I don't love every one of them and want them all to be true.
I know.
You know.
But damn it, if I'm not willing to listen, that's for fuck sure.
Tell me everything about chemtrails.
But I mean, I guess so now with the vice president announcement of Kamala Harris, hopefully this will energize. I mean, I can't honestly say that I'm, totally up on her records of voting and all. I mean, I know she's from San Fran, which can be a little bit loony and whatnot, but you know what I mean? She's as well, I'm sure, very liberal, which is good. But, I can't necessarily attest to her voting records and whatnot. However, I'm very excited in the prospects of her rallying some momentum, you know what I mean, and just some excitement in the party. A woman, she's got a lot of those firsts going for her, as well as a real political figure.
I was really hoping that old Joey boy was gonna really roll the dice, the Russian roulette of the American people, and have old Bernie Sanders as his VP. Just because,
I mean, that would have been great.
Either of them are going to make it 4 years. Yeah, right. Two old white men fucking never would have.
But I mean, then you're getting like at least all of the liberal base,
all the Bernie bros.
Yeah, you're getting like them back on board. Not like they're not going to vote for Biden. But, I mean, is your average Floridian Trump fan that's 50-50, is he going to be psyched by Kamala Harris and won over? Potentially not. But as Agent Ronnie, our political pundit, brought up last year, the African-American vote really is going to be super important in a lot of these cities, and just like, making sure that they actually get out in proper numbers like they did with Obama and vote, which they did not have the same voter turnout in key cities. Well, so something like that, hopefully if this can rally a lot more females on the right or, people in minority communities to really want to make a statement against Trump. Kamala has already done a great job in the whole Trump Senate questionings and all. She was did a good job facing him head on, and as well her presidency campaign had some good buzz, and you know what I mean.
Absolutely, man. Plus, it means we get more Maya Rudolph on SNL.
Great call there.
Another thing, too, I saw a lot of the people on the right kind of just poke fun at. They were like, do you not remember what she was saying to Joe Biden during the debates? And I was just like, yeah, but you remember 4 years ago what Trump was saying to every Republican during the debate?
I mean, have you ever watched the fucking primary debate before?
Fat and ugly, and now he's like the biggest Trump supporter in the world. It's amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, that's meaningless. But so I mean, hopefully it brings some energy, because we'll see what happens next. But I mean, we're like we said, 90 days away or whatever. We're 2.5 months away, so it's time to start getting people excited, especially in like a election that's going to be an absentee ballot or a mail-in ballot kind of vote. Yeah. So there's really going to be less excuse. You don't have to go out there to the you don't have to go to your local elementary school and wait online. You know what I mean? So like everybody should be voting. However, I've got a feeling with a mail-in, there could be some more shit. Who knows?
I mean, the right, again, hates the mail-in, but they should be more excited about it, because most people on the left are dopey potheads like me who, it already took a lot for me to leave my place, and especially on a day where I was working, to go remember to vote.
Yeah,
there's no way I'm remembering to mail this thing in.
I know. Definitely mailing mine in on November 10th. Like, fuck, dude. I fucking forgot. But I guess the other big story, though, that because actually, I was going to ask real quick: does anybody even do a Biden on SNL? Is there?
They did They had different actors do it. Woody Harrelson was doing it for a while.
Okay,
and
I can see that.
Somebody else did it, and then they had Jason.
How about Chris Elliott? Get Abby's dad out there. He'd make a perfect Biden.
It used to be Jason Sudeikis used to play him when he was on the cast when he was the vice president. And he's come back. I believe he's came back a couple times.
Okay, that's good.
Done it too.
But I guess because the only person I guess that has raised any political buzz for their presidential campaign, and we haven't talked about it on the show yet, however, I guess falls into Geeked Up news with all of the craziness from Kanye and his whole presidential campaign. Which
how do we let this one slide? Because let's not remember too, as a man of his word, he announced it 4 years ago at the goddamn VMAs that he was going to run for president.
We talked about it back then, I think, actually.
Yeah, I think we did. Kanye
and we totally snoozed in mail-in ballot form. And
unfortunately, as of reporting this, he's much like me, he's out of the running now because much like me, he forgot to fill out the paperwork. Or send in the paperwork.
I forgot, yeah. It was a total pothead. Total pothead.
That was due today.
But yeah, I mean, just a lot of craziness from his campaign, which of course caused a lot of attention because it's Kanye. However, really negative and crazy and kind of sad and scary, to be honest. Especially like his meltdown about he was out there bashing Harriet Tubman, which like a great stance. However, not gonna win you much alliance. His like abortion thoughts. His everybody with a baby gets $1 million platform was amazing. But
yeah, dude. I mean, fucking vote me up, dude.
It was fucking nutty as could possibly be.
You were only a slave by choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Slaves chose to be slaves.
I mean, he is a Trump fan and like running as a Republican. And in all honesty, it really is great that he is not going to be on the ballot or whatnot, because it was definitely like here's my conspiracy theory, but definitely like a political tool from Trump and from everybody in the Republican Party to like steer votes in the African American community away from Biden and to Kanye. So it's great that he's not going to be there ciphering any action, but
from what I can tell, I think even the African American community is sick of Kanye. I think I don't know whose votes he was stealing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to not to disrespect the African American community to the point that I'd think they'd all be out there, flocking out to vote for Kanye. However, I'm sure there would have been a couple.
If Dave Chappelle was running, now we're in trouble.
Well, what about The Rock? I think hasn't The Rock, as we'll get into him a little bit later, but hasn't he already teased a political run in the future?
He said something about it. He also used to play that role on SNL as The Rock Obama, which was
I don't remember that actually.
Oh no, it was Barack Obama would get upset because he was so cool, calm, and collected that during meetings when he would get so upset and angry, much like the Hulk, he would turn into The Rock Obama.
It's fucking genius.
Yeah, dude. Come on.
Where's that franchise? Well, where's that franchise movie trilogy? But
WEFUNK. We funk.